Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all binaries, I am Wolfgang Wilcox, your friend from the UK, welcoming you to Ace Attorney Investigations, the Miles Edgeworth-centred spin-off from the Ace Attorney series. Now, this, unlike the original trilogy, is completely new to me. I'm going into this completely blind. I don't know what's going on, and I might fumble in some places. But we'll just see what goes on. Hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. Right, okay, enough pissing around the options, let's go. HD, please. Turnabout visitor. Okay, let's go. It should say the day that crabs... Okay, we know that. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what... Oh shit, and it took place in Edgeworth's office. Guess I'm going to be in trouble for murder again, eh? I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. I think of voices for him later.
It's hard to believe I've been gone away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe's been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the... What's the meaning of this? Freeze!
Here we go again.
Identify yourself.
Shut up.
You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear.
What?
No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know upon my return home after a month abroad, I'd be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days.
Room 1202. Prosecutor's badge.
Proof of my profession, however, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. I've finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir.
Ah! Miss Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay, sir?
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away.
This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective running the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You're a bit pale, sir. Are you hurt?
No, I'm perfectly fine. However...
Look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed.
I'll say. The culprit sodded my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office.
Sounds like you're getting really burnt up over the whole thing.
This crime was committed in my office. It's my responsibility to solve it.
That's just like you, Miss Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? I get the nagging feeling this is something important to keep in mind.
I was wondering that myself, sir. You can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really, especially because of this.
The key to your office? For security reasons, this office's door has a lock. What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
How do you use it?
First, I recall the information we gathered with L1 and I connect them together with triangle.
What are you talking about shapes for, sir?
Now to use L1 to recall the facts. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it is impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as a mere coincidence.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
You're really on the ball today, Miss Edgeworth. There's some beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if If the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. If I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Let's get started with the investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
I know that. When I want to examine something, I simply use cross when I'm next to it.
If you ever feel lost and just want to talk, use triangle, okay? I'll give you great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine the area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. What do we have here?
I think I've seen one of those before.
It's a police badge, detective.
Hey, I do that same thing actually. What a coinky dink.
Let's take a look inside.
Buddy Faith.
Excuse me. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear our victim was a detective just like you. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep, until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
The body was found at 2:05 a.m. You gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course! This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. I want to re-examine a piece, but I have to press R1 to open my organizer. The organizer isn't for any evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
Like so.
Oops. That's not good, is it?
I don't believe it. I packed the files on those shelves so tight. Not even an earthquake can make them fall off. Just look at them. This rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all.
A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation's over, we'll put them back on the shelf.
Really? You don't see the word right there? Your files all over the floor, sir.
They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
I tried so hard to keep the place spotless while you were away. This just ruined all the time and effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Well, I water the flowers every day just like you requested, sir. I just only clean to the list as a weekend special. About half a day every Saturday I come in and clean the place till it sparkled.
Does he have a life?
Okay, that seems to be everything here. Oh, they even knocked over your chess set. I also ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers. I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose we can set some time aside after we solve this case. But I don't expect the game to tax my mental acuity much. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before.
Oh, I think I've seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know. Oh, is this the exact same model? I think.
Detective.
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Now I think about it, you see, this model is around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I wouldn't recognise it.
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detective.
That means the weapon was either taken by a detective, was either taken from a detective, or the murderer is also police affiliated. Then again, we did see the bloke earlier, didn't we? He said he was a prosecutor, so...
I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
I'd rather look around a bit more first, if you don't mind, Edgeworth, just to see what else there is.
Do you have anything to report? Yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes.
Oh.
And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes.
Talk about a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. If we can solve this case quickly, I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa.
The thing looks like a billion times tougher than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir?
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end.
Even once this case is over, I don't think you can afford to take the time off. How's it coming along?
Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art.
Well, I never.
Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir.
Oh, that killer is going to pay. This tea set.
Ah, you're really mad over this.
This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It cost me more than your month's paycheck.
What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. It's your trophy, the Knight of Prosecutors, right?
King of prosecutors. It's not a trophy, it's a shield.
You only send this to winning prosecutors, right?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that's something only I can determine for myself.
That's so sweet, sir. I'm going to try saying that sometime.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly with his worth to me. Suppose we must steal a samurai doll to spare me harm.
Speaking of which, I haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but The hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of near old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, give it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps with society knows at least this much. And the conversation lasted longer than I expected. Let us return to the investigation. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with a car detector every month like clockwork for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved, Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy fawns. Wendy, ain't that name the old lady with the whiny voice that's stuck? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Ugh. It's been a while since I sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy, it looks newer than when I first bought it. Yeah, the thing's so polished it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit the desk never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. You called, sir? Ah. Is there anything you noticed you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe? Just I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation just got started, so I guess there's not much else to say. Were you the one that found the body, Miss Edgeworth? Well, unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what's awaiting me inside was this whole messy affair. Oh, that's rough. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Sorry, sir. I see you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe. Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything with cross. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can even see the evidence we collected with R1. Information leads to L1. That's right. Good job, sir. Deductive reasonable is the way to go. Deductive reasoning, detective. Clearly something you lack. I seem to pick up a few good leads. Oh, so you do that thing with all that information, right? What are you babbling about? The brainy thing we talked about a few minutes ago, sir. Logic. You said you could look at all your leads and info by pressing L1. And you pick up one sim related with cross and connect with triangle. That's your way of investigating, right, sir? Yes, which is why this exercise explaining my own method to me was unnecessary. How about I explain my logic to you next? That's even more unnecessary. The revolver, a standard model used by detectives. Who would have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, can you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see what we got here. Miss Edgeworth, sir, the guy's wearing a gun holster.
So it appears our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver.
Always say you gotta look carefully at any piece of evidence. You can use the right stick to rotate an object. No such thing as a bad angle. Use that and R to zoom in and out to get the nitty gritty.
Looks like only one round was fired from this.
So the killer killed the victim with one shot after wresting the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, Mr. Edgeworth.
We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to your...
Jim! Oh why, how could this happen to a guy like you? I need a better look at this guy.
Are you alright?
Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be.
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
The body? The body? Don't talk to him like he's just about some Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's been turned in for the night. Sure. Just a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners?
Aren't you that prosecutor?
Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting.
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So, you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office.
Yes, that's correct.
Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Oi, don't go jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, alright? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutors' laws all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door.
That's correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth's been overseas on a business trip the whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then? You're Jim's killer? No way, pal. You've got it all wrong.
Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation's only just begun. Isn't it too early to draw conclusions?
Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You're sure one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumours about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? How about a handshake to seal the deal?
A pleasure to work with you.
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all.
Thank you. I intend to.
Just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir? I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim.
I should probably give them some space. Mr. Portsman, a word if I may.
Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. Just wait and see. It'll be for both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something?
No, that's all right. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. How's it coming along? I'll leave the man to his art.
Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor?
It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So the killer not only shot the victim, but shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they shot through it? That would have been a disaster.
It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here.
Eh? Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Did I say contradiction? You must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. There it is. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press triangle with conviction. And when I've found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things.
Eureka! Eureka! Okay. Eureka.
This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. The second felled this frame.
That's right.
However, this gun was only fired once.
That's true too.
Which means one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight?
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes? What's that thing sticking out behind the frame?
What's that thing sticking out behind the frame?
Oh, that's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money.
I'll spare the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out the way.
Roger that. Ugh, talk about dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here. I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store specially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it. Talk about squashing me hopes and dreams.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny.
Never knew there was a safe hidden back here.
If detectives knew about them, they wouldn't be secret now, would they?
Are there any other secret hidden things in this room?
Even if they were, it would defeat the purpose of them being hidden if I told you. So don't bother looking for them.
So there's like no hidden camera around, right?
And what if there was?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Do I even want to ask what he's been doing in my office while I've been away? This is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad, don't you find it a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, forensic scientist.
Yes, sir?
Can you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir.
I couldn't find that alone, lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought, it appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots of the information we have. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after.
What is it, sir?
The fact the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing the motive behind the break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about the crime. There's a possibility the files splaying on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
You mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm going to shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure, let's give that a try.
Why do all the good ones die so young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
And what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
You got it. Here, let me help. This file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. And I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal, okay? Done.
Ugh. It would appear the murder was definitely committed here.
Ugh, the bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
I suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the print on the shelf. Then the guy fell to the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. I'll put more back just as it should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing. Although it looks like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. The victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. So that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. I see, bullet hole. So that's where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates the files were ransacked after the shooting occurred. I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. The blood on the guy's pants proves it pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands after being shot. The prints on the floor, too. They must have been made when unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of the owner on its back. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. Badge's design is said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. Because of the authority vested in us that are strict prosecutors of the law, and executors of sentences, much like the harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days. Awareness to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no intent in doing so. What's the contradiction here? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Mr. Portsman, a word if I may.
Oh, Jim, you laugh, you smile. I'll never be able to joke around with you again. But don't worry, Jim. I'll joke around enough for the both of us, you'll see.
He's not listening at all. Mr. Portsman's off in his own world. Any keen insights, Detective?
I notice you haven't found anything odd about the crime scene yet. That's unlike you, sir. If you spot something that seems off, you should check it out. All you have to do is line the cursor up where you... After that, you still got to back up your hunch. Yeah, I know that. fucking help me out? I suppose you've spotted something already, which is why you explained all this? Not really. Hey, that's what you're here for, Mr. Edgeworth. 5 more in a jiffy. Being with overconfidence as he none too subtly cries for assistance. I mean, I knew everything. I thought I knew everyone to know. Oh. I thought there was everything to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I've caught a glimpse of the inside of Mars, Edgeworth.
There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least I hope so.
Victim's gun, huh? Same model as mine.
Tool used to protect lives, but one that can also take lives away. Those who take a gun in hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that.
I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I'd use this baby is, when I'm fighting in a hot duel with a convict looking to look ultra cool.
Oh, you were doing so well until that last bit. Is that the only talent you have? Oh, wait.
Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to the police badge. It's still really cool, sir. Much cooler than my badge could ever be.
There's no need to suck up to me, detective.
Can't present profiles in this one. Okay.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture.
Let's see. Bullet went clean through the abdomen. Yes. Only one shot fired. Guess I'm gonna have to just... excuse me. I have to try some of the random clicking then.
Eureka!
This is clearly where the contradiction lies.
I don't see what's wrong with that spot.
You don't understand? See, therein lies the contradiction.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admit when you're wrong.
That wasn't a mistake. It was me keeping you on your toes, detective.
I have no fucking idea. I really don't. Is it the safe?
Eureka!
No. Wait, it's not... If it goes through a body, then surely it can't go through a file, something like that?
Eureka!
Here we go.
There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
Don't you see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low.
Oh, okay.
If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical, the victim leaning against the shelf out here after being shot, which suggests he was standing when he was shot.
That means... Well, what does it mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. It means someone made a faulty assumption. And it's from this mistake our current contradiction was born. I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You know, put them back in the wrong order just now. Don't you think the labels on the files are wrong, sir?
Oh?
Yeah. You see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? All those going all the way down here after 2, 1, 2 and 3. That's really weird.
Actually, the way they're organised now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files are not in this order when the crime occurred. So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
You think it'd be okay to put the body back up to how it was before when it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshaw. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order.
I guess.
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
Why does someone kill a man and look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.